Chapter 1. Genealogical Structure, the Kinship System. B. Defines. Defines as a group if, after a number of generations, a red lineage has arisen from Roman she becomes as ancestress. The established link between her descendants and those of the ethnic group within which she was born. This hula group is regarded by her descendants as the Bonaniari, the beginning of the days, and is always accorded to the reference that is its prerogative. People will never neglect inviting this first hula to participate in important phase of their own cycle, for, as we shall see later, the Batak, as does the kinship group to which he belongs, owes a considerable part of his position in life to the blessings he has received from his hula. Groups that follow this first hula, both in importance and chronologically, are the hula groups from which the later forefathers of the lineage have taken their rise. These groups are also entitled to be treated with respect by the descendants of this woman. Sometimes, however, human nature overrules what should be observed as being right and just. Kin, as a Batak, is on honor and respect as Sangapon. Being son to him and also to his Affines is apt to neglect a group that has diminished in numerical strength, wealth, power, and influence, even though it is important from the genealogical standpoint, and to attach himself to another group that has become of more consequence in society. The old cooking pot is thrown on the ash heap, and a new one appears on the right above the hearth fire, as the saying goes. In fact, a Pakula alone which could no longer set luster and glory on those connected with it or provide them with profit has been known to be rejected completely. I recall a lucid in which an ancestor ten Sundur Rimbo had had four sons. Only from the youngest had a powerful lineage sprung from which in recent times the Jai Hutan and Negeri chiefs of the territory where the whole of his descendants lived had been drawn. The other three branches had not done so well for themselves in the world. The second had even shrunk to a very small humble group that could barely provide its own village chief, despite the fact that the Wago group, which had acquired a prominent position in its own territory and which had furnished the principal chiefs of that community, had arisen from this second son. So one day the announcement was made that the census was the daughter of the second son, but of the fourth, and that henceforth the direct affinity relation was to be regarded as having commenced with the male descendants of this fourth son. Such a case, proof can be found in the story of the feast of the group concerned, since people invite each other to the feast that concern the whole group, or to those given away the most important people. See Appendix 1. Other evidence can be provided by the marga, the periodical paying of visits to each other. This is regularly done by the Affines groups. They announce their intention to pay a visit previously and travel in great numbers, sometimes by the hundred, and from great distances to the territory of their Affines, taking with them the customary gifts. There, they are received and entertained liberally, and if possible, if the hula is receiving the party in the house where the ancestors of the group was born and brought up, if the borough is host, then the guest will be entertained in the house where the ancestor started her married life. For further discussion, see Appendices 2 and 3. As visits, naturally, are only made if both the groups concerned are living in different territories. In order to maintain the type of affinity relationship of which the particular aim is to keep alive the basic connections between two groups. It is necessary that a direct descent from a Boru of the visiting group is demonstrable. Thus, such mutual visiting is only done between such groups. For the general aims, it is not, however, strictly necessary that the forefather of the one had a sister who became the ancestress of the lineage of the other. It is sufficient if the marga or marga branches, in certain circumstances even the tribal groups, when two Batak meet in foreign parts are related as affines to one or more of the principal divisions. Hence the saying, Sada tu Moktokite, Luhut Maghitiosa, Sada do Maktodong, Luhut Maktodoksa. One person builds a bridge and everyone can go over it. One person enters an affinal relationship and everyone likewise became an affine. Batak uses his affinity connection advantageously when he travels. In olden times, he could safely journey to areas over which his affines ruled, and even today it makes it easier for him to go on a visit to people who are unknown to him personally. It also means that if two Batak who come from areas that are not too far apart, such as Tarutung and North Samosir, may then proceed to Martutu, trace the family relationship, they can nearly always discover some way or other in which they are related to each other through a marriage in earlier times.